Hey y'all, I just wanted to check in with a quick update on that upcoming Social Security benefit schedule and an update on the latest news in Social Security and Medicare in case you've missed out, because there's a lot going on in the world of Social Security benefits right now. So, today, like I said, we're going to talk about when your payment is coming, the changes that could affect your money, what's been going on with your Social Security and Medicare benefits, and along the way, we're going to offer you a free book and a free printable. So I hope that you'll stay tuned for those things. We're going to start off with that free book because our sponsored chapter Medicare is giving away their #1 Amazon bestseller. It's not that complicated. The 3 Medicare decisions to protect your health and money. And they are giving this away free to the low income relief audience. You just have to go to the link that you see on screen, enter your email address, and you'll get that sent to you right away. Now, for that schedule, because I know that's why you're really here, first thing I want to tell you is please watch out for the clickbait. You are about to be bombarded by a ton of clickbait because this is one of those months where the schedule is just doing a little bit of weird things. So please don't panic if you see people saying that there will be no Social Security payments in September. This happens every time that the payment date moves, and there really isn't anything to worry about. What's happening is those of you who usually receive your payments on the first of the month will be receiving them on August 29th. And the reason for that, of course, is that September 1st is Labor Day. So they don't issue payments on weekends or federal holidays. So that payment is going to come in a little early for you. But because the next payment for October doesn't arrive until October 1st, that means that, yeah, technically there's no SSI payments happening in the month of September. And of course, there's going to be all sorts of people who take advantage of that to create these clickbait headlines that stress you out for no good reason. So just be aware of that. Now, like I said, we are talking about the September Social Security schedule today. If you're interested in what remains for the month of August, you'll need to check out our previous video for that information. But I wanted to get ahead of this just so that you were aware of the clickbait that's headed your way, because I know that is so stressful. So, for everyone else in September, you will receive your payments on August 29th if you receive SSI or if you received Social Security before May of 1997. You will receive your payments on September 3rd if you receive both Social Security and SSI payments. If that is the case, your SSI will come in on August 29th and your Social Security will arrive on September 3rd. Everyone else is on the Wednesday schedule, according to the Social Security Administration. And I know when I did our August video, I had a couple of people push back and tell me I was wrong. And if that's the case, I don't know what to tell you because I base this on the information that I get from the Social Security Administration itself. So I can only go with what I'm getting from the government because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the most accurate information that is available. Now, if you're on that Wednesday schedule, you will receive your payment on September 10th if your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month. You'll receive your payment on September 17th if your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th. And you'll receive your payment on September 24th if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st. Now, if you are receiving your benefits based on someone else's record, like a spouse or a parent, then you need to remember that that person's birth date is the one that determines the payment schedule, not necessarily yours. So I feel like that might be where some of the confusion was coming from in last month's video. Now, if your payment is late for any reason, you need to be aware that the Social Security Administration requires you to wait 3 full business days after the payment was due before you follow up. At that point, you should check with your bank or your payment card provider to confirm that it's not a problem on their end. And if it's still missing, at that point, you can call the Social Security Administration or track it down in your online account for more information. Now, remember, if you are calling the Social Security Administration, I'd recommend that you go check out our other video on how to reach a real person there, because they've rolled out all sorts of AI automation that makes it harder to actually connect with a human being to get those questions answered when they're very specific this way. Now, in the meantime, I know 3 days is a long time to wait without your benefits. So make sure you go check out the other videos on our channel for resources that can help you make ends meet in that time, because I know that that's really stressful when that happens. Now, some of you may notice that your payments may have been reduced this month. And if that's the case, it's likely because you were overpaid at some point, or at least the Social Security Administration thinks you were overpaid at some point. They do have the ability to take up to 50% of your check to repay those overpayments if they think that you've been overpaid. Now, if that happens, you should receive a letter explaining why and what they plan to do and how long it'll last and all of that. But I know not everybody is getting those letters on time, and sometimes you experience that loss before the letter comes in or the letter gets lost. So I want to make sure you know what to do. If your benefits are reduced, you can file waivers to change the amount of repayment. You can see the form numbers there on screen. There's one if you disagree with the overpayment or you think that it's wrong. There's another one if you agree that you were overpaid, but it wasn't your fault and you can't afford to repay it, so you don't think you should have to. And then, of course, there's another one if you agree and can repay but want to negotiate the amount that they're taking out of your check. Make sure you fill those out as soon as possible if this is an issue that you're facing. Just to quickly recap some of the recent news that we've covered. You need to watch out for new Social Security scams. The SSA has warned about a new scam where crooks are pretending to help you after scamming you. So they come in and then they scam you, and then they reach out saying that they're from like the Office of Victim Compensation or whatever, and then they offer to help you and then re-scam you. Do not fall for that. Scammers always use pressure, threats, secrecy, weird payment methods like crypto or gift cards. If someone's asking you to pay that way, that's always a red flag. Always take the time to pause, verify, never share info with someone who calls you first. And if you want more information about that new scam or any of the 6 other scams that we identified as targeting Social Security recipients, then I'm going to encourage you to go look for the video that has that image that you see on screen. That's the thumbnail for that video that's going to have more information for you. Now, there are also some other additional announcements coming out of the Social Security Administration. They have decided to stop their plan to discontinue paper checks, which that change was supposed to take effect on September 30th. It's no longer planned to take effect on that date. But the details are a little murky. We have all the details on that in this other video that you can see here on screen. There's also some discussion about how they say service is improving, but not everybody agrees, and a new independent audit that's supposed to be coming out evaluating how well they're really serving people. And Medicare, of course, is not exempt from those changes. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services is actually making a lot of quiet but significant changes. And a lot of that is happening through private industry partnerships instead of by actually passing new laws. That's been really interesting to watch. We have a couple of videos on that. This thumbnail here belongs to one of them. Something you might be interested to know is that big tech companies like Amazon and Apple have been asked to help build a new centralized health data system and a whole bunch of changes that are going to involve AI and things like that. That video that you see there on screen has all of the details on that coverage. And then, of course, there were 13 new compassionate allowance conditions added to that list. That list helps speed up disability approvals for people who have serious or life-threatening illnesses. There's no special form you need to use or anything. You just list your condition exactly as the Social Security Administration writes it on that form to get it fast-tracked through that compassionate allowances program. And we have another video. You can see the thumbnail here with more information. In addition to that, we also did a video explaining the common Social Security benefits because there is more than just retirement and disability. The SSA also has programs for survivors, spouses, child benefits, all sorts of things. And then, of course, SSI is need-based. And I think a lot of people miss out on help simply because they don't know what they qualify for. So we broke all of that down for you in this video, and you can see that thumbnail there on screen as well. And of course, to make sure that you always know when your benefits are coming in, you can grab a printable list of the upcoming Social Security payment dates at the link that you see there on screen. That will also opt you into our email list so that you always know what's going on with your benefits. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more ways to save money and get free stuff. I'll see you there.